Welcome back and welcome to the 5th installment of our RF chat. Now, since we've started the videos, we've received a lot of questions, and all that considered, lumalabas, there are some that it was because of practice. It was paano sinetap at saka paano prepare yung gamit, yung problema. So in this video, we'll talk about certain things to do and not to do to get good RF reception. Coming up. So first, let's just lay down two things that I've always told people to have a good RF performance. One would be maintain line of sight. So RF transmission, it goes in all directions, and if anything, may mga things na makakaharang dyan eh. So given situations, tayo bumabagi lang tayo in situations, especially rental companies, no? Saan tayo linagay, doon natin itatayo. So it's possible na where we are, nandun yung mga hindrance na yun. So we should be able to recognize those hindrances and work around that. That's why it's so important to maintain line of sight. So again, if your transmitters, be it a handheld or a belt pack, if it had eyes, it should be seeing the antenna all the time. So derecho, transmit, receive without any obstructions, that would be the ideal. So keep that in mind. And second, the second thing I do advise people, if it's possible, put your receivers near your transmitter. So I'm not talking about the small restaurant or yung mga conference rooms lang naman. That's close, 20 meters, that's still close. What I'm talking about is yung mga gyms natin, mga gyms, auditoriums, where the stage is on one end and the control is on the other end. It would be wiser and it would be more effective and it would be more practical to put your receivers on the stage for a couple of reasons. First, transmission diminishes in distance. And in our situation right now, na marami na gumagamit ng frequencies and there's a lot of possibility of, again, interference. You really need that strength to make sure na yung integrity ng transmission mo to your receivers is strong at hindi kaya pumasok ng interference. RF is also about power. So if meron mang nandoon sa frequency na yon, but you're the stronger one, then hindi siya maka-interfere. Interference only happens when that interference is stronger. Secondly, it's much more practical to have your receivers on the side of the stage. Because in any situation na may magka-problema, the guy on stage will be the one handling the problem. Changing the channel, resyncing the transmitter to the receiver and all that. That has to happen close by para mabilis. You can't have the transmitter tatakbo nyo pa dun sa FOH, across the gym para lang isync tas ibabalik. What if may problem ulit, diba? If we had receivers near the stage, just beside the artist, then it's easier to make changes, do your syncing faster, and just be, more effective and efficient. And thirdly, there's a lot of cases where dahil nga magkalayo yung you've got your RF rack and you usually have your drawers there, doon na rin naman nanggagaling yung mic, to put your rig in front of house, tapos yung mga handhelds nandito sa stage. By the end of the event, what if hindi nabalik yung handheld, di ba? Had people buy new transmitters kasi hindi nawala nila yung transmitters nila. Whereas if your rig was just there at the stage, pagkatapos na show, get the transmitter, put it inside your rig, close it, tapos na. Your equipment would be more secure than yung handhelds or belt packs yung nakalapag lang anywhere, waiting for the time na madala siya doon sa FOH kung saan ipapakap kasi nandun yung rig mo at saka yung drawers nyo. So, for good practice, we should always maintain line of sight and if possible, the closest distance between our transmitters and receivers.